Hello, Capricorn. Knowing that time is, can be abstract when we're looking into energy readings. This reading could resonate with anyone who has Capricorn strongly in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. All right, let's get right into it. Let's look what's here for you, Capricorn, for the next week. What's here for you, Capricorn, in the next week? What's here for Capricorn in the next week? What's here for Capricorn? What's here for Capricorn in the next week? What's here for Capricorn in the next week? What's here for Capricorn? What's here for Capricorn? Ten of Cups. What's here for Capricorn? What's here for Capricorn? Ooh, look at that, Two of Wands. What's here for Capricorn? What's here for Capricorn? All right, Cappies. All right, Cappies. Now my camera has been, I don't know how else to say it. It's been catching onto my pulse, like, but in the energy. So I'm trying, there it goes. Like I'm trying to keep, I don't know how to talk about it, so just gonna all of a sudden the camera has a lot more to focus on than it's used to. That merging in with the energy, I think it's like, no, that was first. It's catching onto my, it's catching on, literally catching onto my pulse sometimes. So, all right, my friends, let's go ahead, Capricorn, and get right into this. You're in the energy of the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is the space of just being tired, being weary. I feel like, Capricorn, it's just tiredness. I think you've been through a journey. You're at the end of it. You've come out through the other end of whatever you've been through. I mean, I think you know that. You're tired. You're in the process of moving into new energy, moving into a new strength. You have gone through the full letting go process. You know, you fought for it. You worked really damn hard for it. You did whatever you could. And there was something here for this group of Capricorn people that you just had to kind of like sacrifice or let go or make some major changes that you didn't really want to. And you've really gone through that whole process. I see the Ten of Wands here moving up over the death energy. So, you know, there really is a story of change here. Now, this is a weekly reading, so this could be just something that you didn't really want to do. You tried hard not to do it. You tried really hard in many different ways. This is like shadow work too, you know. Some people try really hard with distractions. Some people try really hard by actually trying hard. And that's not always good either, because you could just wear yourself out and, you know, it reminds me of that one card I have with a guy like hitting an axe against a brick wall, you know? So sometimes we can try like that. But this group of people have tried, and they have like went through this whole process. And I think there have been some great lessons learned at this point in time. You're energized. You're feeling better about your independence. You have a lot more confidence. You can speak. It's affecting my throat chakra. So this really has to do with ability to express oneself. But first, before you express yourself, that's what the death energy brings to you. The awareness of it, right? The awareness of what to say, the awareness of how to say it. There is a new depth here for Capricorn, a new depth, a new graduating class of veterans of something. And when you become a veteran of something, you can speak of it. You can speak of it without having any books. You can speak of it without having a speech prepared. You can speak about it, and it comes from within you. And this group of people, whatever you have been through, you are now a representative of that, whether you like it or not, or whatever the process was. Death energy, death energy is like, it's not what you had planned for. It's not what you'd wanted. It's not what you'd asked for, but it was something that happened, and it's given you a great depth. It's given you confidence. It's built you into a very different strength person, not a different person, but a person who has a deeper strength. That's the only way. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling it deep into the center of my body is how I'm feeling this, Capricorn. And this goes deep into the emotions as well, because again, we have the Scorpio death energy here. So as you're moving into this week, there's something here that you're doing. You're in the 9 of Pentacles, connecting in with some sort of teammate in life, whether that's a romantic relationship that you're in, whether it's a dear friend, whether it's a spouse. If it's a spouse, could also be romantic too, right? There is a closeness in this connection where two people are connecting in the same space with similar intentions and with the same emotional frequency. So you can find these kind of relationships in all areas of life. Now, the 2 of Cups is connected in with the Death card. Again, we go through surrenders and loss in all areas of life as well. So it's really kind of hard for me to pinpoint this type of energy. It is connected to the 9 of Pentacles. So I do feel like there is some sort of reward coming in. First of all, you have created or maintained or developed a pretty steely confidence in what you're doing with the 9 of Pentacles. You really have to get to the 9 of Pentacles. There takes a certain steely strength, and you really have that, Capricorn. And because of that, and because of the efforts that you've been going through, there is some sort of a reward coming in here for you, Capricorn, with the 9 of Pentacles, connected in with the 2 of Cups. Now, the reward it could be money. It could be an increase in income or some sort of amount of money coming in, but it could also be experiences. The 9 of Pentacles really does give you the opportunity to have experiences that you may not have otherwise. So there could be some experiences coming in here. There could be some sort of a connection made through money with friendships as well. So you could be connecting money with friendship in some way. Now, it's this situation is connected into the 10 of Wands. So whatever is happening here, and the Death card is connected, I do feel like it's something that just sort of needs to happen. I feel, Capricorn, it's something that just sort of needs to happen. And I think once this happens, whether this is a conversation that takes place, I almost feel like it's a conversation. Maybe it's a statement of independence, some sort of clarifying your wishes or clarifying your opinions, or maybe clearing something up about money. Whatever it is, it has a feeling of tiredness around it. And I do think that there is some sort of like story here that may be being shared with someone that's close to you. So there is some sort of a reward coming in here. I feel like it is a reward of independence. It could come along with money. It is also a reward of self-assurance and self-confidence. That can come along with all kinds of different experiences. But I do feel like as you're entering the next week, I feel like you will be receiving in this space. Let me just put it that way. There will be experiences or material goods or positive changes in income flow that you will receive in the beginning. It's like you're in the beginning of this process, and there is a connection here with family and friends and with those people that are like-hearted with you. Like-minded, sure, but this is like a like-hearted energy. I'm going to go in here because this is it is a very general space. I'm going to use a different deck. It is a big general space, Capricorn. So let me go deeper into this and see what else we can get. It feels very general to me. Strength energy, Leo, self-care. It's connected in with self-care. 5 of Cups. Something that's happened in the past. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups flipped over. I'm going to pull one more because I feel like there's something here that has happened. I feel like there's something here that has happened, and it was pretty difficult. And this group of Capricorn people have managed to make it back into their own, to recover, to heal, to overcome. Strength, 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups. I feel like this person was taken like maybe down and out into a very difficult place. And with their tenacity, with their perseverance, with their understanding of the strength that they have within them, the power that they have within them, the connection to the beast that they have within them, connection to the beast. There is something with the strength card that you connect in to the strength of the beast, to the bull, to the mighty muscle that we have within us, connected in to the heart system. Right, and that heart system is connected into the blood that flows and the energy that flows with it. So there has been a great undertaking to pull yourself out of a position where you suffered, whether it was your own decisions that led you there, whether it was the environment around you that put you there. This is something that really affected not only your pocketbook. I think it affected your pocketbook because you have you back in the 9 of Pentacles. But I think it affected your faith. It could have affected your belief system. It could have done so much damage. But with the 5 of Cups, there's always is this up and out where you heal, you gather your strength, you find the logic, you overcome those fears, and you move into a healed place again. And we see this positive track here, Capricorn, where you're now in the Queen of Cups, where you've healed the heart, where you've pulled the crack, where you've healed the cracks in the heart so that you can build that strength and you can connect back in with the beast that's within you. And I feel this beast within you is ready to really move forward in a way that allows the beast to roar every once in a while, right? So there's new strength here. Is it feminine? Yeah, it's feminine, but it's strong. It's more of a lion. It's more of a tiger's roar, right? It's more of a tiger's roar. It is the year of the tiger, shall we say? Let's all this year let our tiger roar just a little bit. And purr too, because we all get a purr sometimes too. When we roar, we get to purr. Opposite spectrums. So that's a bit of the backstory here. Sorry, got a little carried away about that. But you know what? That's how tarot is fun sometimes, to get carried away in an energy like that. So we have something happening like that, Capricorn, and it could be a conversation, it could be some sort of money exchange or generosity that's coming in, or just a group of Capricorns staking a claim on their independence, on their success, and really identifying that for themselves. So yeah, it's a weekly reading. So I don't want to go too deep and make it too dramatic. It could be something just very, very, it's going to just happen. Something like that is bound to happen here to this group in the beginning of the next week, around the, 15th through the 17th, 18th, it's abstract, but that's what we're looking at. Capricorn, as you are moving through the middle of the week, even though you're tired and you are in this kind of like a rejuvenation place where you're building yourself back now, you are in action, you're working, you're talking, you're back and forth. And I think that it feels good, Capricorn. I don't think you have any problem with it at all. In fact, I think it's probably what's strengthening and healing you, whatever it is that you're doing. Look at the Chariot energy over the top of the 8 of Wands, 4 of Swords. Oh my gosh, now I see. That's what that's the energy I was feeling. So you are moving forward in that space. There's a lot to do here, Capricorn. I feel like you are back in business. You are back in business, my friends, and there's a lot to do. And I think it feels so damn good because you are now back in the driver's seat. You are back in the driver's seat. This is embodiment of your energy. The last half of next week, we have the Chariot. And this talks about sweet balance, my friends, sweet, beautiful balance. And that's what you have. And you can get a lot of work done when you're in a balanced place. You have balance moving into the Seven of Swords. And what I like about that is it is the ability to be open and neutral. Open and neutral when you look at those things that are uncomfortable. You're able to handle it. You have some really beautiful things happening. You've overcome some of those deep, deep wounds that were brought about by this last experience that you've been through, which has probably been it's probably the time of COVID. That's what comes to mind for the last 2 years for some of us, last 3 years for some of us, maybe the last year for some of us, but it's a recovery from a length of time. 10 of Wands and the death energy, that's a length of time, right? So as you're moving through the end of the week, you have this balance. You can look at what is going wrong. You can audit the process. You can look at what you're doing and say, you know what, I like this part, but this part, I just need to work on this just a little bit more. And it doesn't hurt you like it did before. The Seven of Swords is now something that is a useful tool rather than a painful wound, right? So it is a stabilizing energy. That's what the death energy, it brings a rebirth. It brings a rebirth along the energetic grid system that flows within the energy body, which I'm just talking here because, of course, it's not really something that we can see all that clearly. But we do know it exists because those of us that, including many of you here, you do feel your energy meridian. I'm sure in certain places of your body or at certain times of the year, you can feel the energy flowing around you and flowing through you. I'm sure that many of us here that are connecting can do that. So we know that that's a thing. And you're moving out of the end of the week in the star energy with the Two of Swords over the top. So there's just a way, Capricorn, that you have now where you're able to handle the challenges that are here and they don't really bother you very much. They're just something to fix. It's not an emotional burden. There's something here, Capricorn, that you can do really well. There's something here that you found for yourself that is helping you to reach new levels of success or new levels of success in whatever this is. And this has come because you have been able to look at the bad news. You've been able to look at the hard stuff. You've been able to take care of some really difficult things. You've opened yourself up to your true inner being, and that brings in criticism sometimes. It brings in harsh feedback. It brings in odd responses that people might have to you. It opens up your unique beauty and allows it to shine around. And that's what this group of Capricorn people have done. And I believe, like at the end of the week, you're going to be busy. You're going to be changing some things that you figured out might be better for you. Just little things that you're changing, little efficiencies, little safety measures. It's showing, for me, I got a new phone a couple weeks ago, and for the first time, I've been able to open up an application with my thumbprint. Boy, is that nice. That sure is nice to do that. It's secure, and it's so easy. And that's a beautiful reward that I have found in modernization, right? And it comes because I'm able to afford the phone. But it also comes because my mind was able to be okay with being okay with using my thumbprint. It's such a silly thing, but I'm in my middle ages. So, my kid had to say, hey, Mom, do your thumbprint. Come on, do your thumbprint. All right. And then I kind of grumbled to myself that I have to do this 5 different times. Why? It needs to get your skin imprint all around the thumb. These things my mind went through as I was doing it. And now it's just the best thing ever that can be a little bit of the Seven of Swords. It doesn't have to be so deep, you know. Now that I'm kind of coming out of my Kundalini, I'm realizing, gosh, you know, let's have some fun with this stuff sometimes. Now, the Seven of Swords, of course, if you've had the Seven of Swords, you're talking about also some deep wounding, right? So we're not forgetting that. We're just realizing here there's some ways that we can really add efficiency and ease and modernization and safety and security into our lives, just if we can allow ourselves to notice what those things are and then open up our minds and our actions to doing those things. And I think that's really what we have going on here. So there's just some efficiencies. Because here's the thing. Sorry, I'm just interrupting myself. Gosh. Here's the thing. You're in the Eight of Wands and you have all this pent up energy, right? You have all this new, fresh, pent up energy. And you also have some clearing of the emotional center here, I feel, with this emotional connection. And then this, it's like a freeing up of space, a healthiness coming in here. And I feel like there's some vindication here and some validation. And then you have this energizing that comes in Capricorn after a long time of hardship. And I feel like whether you're tired or not, this is something that you're excited to do. You have this pent up energy. You've rested now. You've longed to be doing these kind of things. And as you come to the end of the week, like it is go. The light is green, my friend. The light is green and you're moving forward in a beautiful way with the Chariot energy. So let me see here. Boy. I'm kind of curious. I just feel like this is indeed like a conversation or a meeting, an appointment, a meeting, a date. So I'm going to go into these two cards. Let's look at this Nine of Pentacles. Maybe with the Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Cards. It can be love for some of you. It could be a healed heart, which gives independence, but it can also, for some of you, be single and ready to mingle. And there could be some sort of introduction here. There could be some sort of beautiful boom happening here for Capricorn. Pitter patter, thumpity thumpity thump. That was silly. There are some, I wasn't expecting that. There's something going on. These people were already connected. They're people that are already connected. That's the Two of Cups. But now we have this Ace of Cups coming in here. This could be love, reinstilling love, connecting in love, being available to connect into love. Wow. Let's see what else comes out. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? Ooh, ooh. New passion. This could be somebody a little bit younger than you. Page of Pentacles. Comes with this whoosh of energy, fire, excitement. I feel like kind of a whoosh when I get into this. I feel like Capricorn, this could be a grouping of the main energy. So it's not, for some of you, this story may not follow all the way through. There could be a group of you meeting with new connections here. There could be a group of you going through a rebirth energy, and there could be another group of you that are just springing forward with some new plans of action here and efficiencies. Or there could be some of you that follow this energy all the way through. It's different for everyone, I think. Knight of Swords. This could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I feel Knight of Swords is information, messages, communication, important points, important messages. Could be information, but we can't forget we have the Ace of Cups here. Now this could be different for everyone, this Nine of Pentacles and this Two of Cups. We know that there are at least two people here. Could be two groups of people, but let's just say two people, right? Just to keep it simple. So there could be two people here, and there are two people here. That's what the Two of Cups is. That's what it is. So There's also the Nine of Pentacles here, this independence, this self-assurance, this self-reliance. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it talks about the rewards for our hard work, rewards for the efforts that have been put in. And rewards can come in many different ways, but usually it's the kind of rewards that come in that help us in our daily walk, or they add to our material possessions, or they bring ease to life. It's the Pentacle energy. It's Earth energy. So whatever's happening here, this is something that really is beautiful for the heart center, really brings the emotional space into this very generously filled with love kind of space. I'm just feeling the heart center just expanding. Page of Cups, there's a whoosh of energy, a whoosh of excitement. Could be somebody that comes in that's a little bit younger as well, or you could be dealing with someone who's a little bit younger. And then we have the Knight of Swords. This is like it's coming in. It could be coming in quite quickly, or this person could have the very fast intellect, ability to speak well, ability to communicate very easily, ability to understand and respond. Could be quite a conversationalist kind of person here, Capricorn. So yeah, we have something interesting connection between people here that for many of you are connected in with romantic love, or at least an abundant love. If it's not romantic, it's an abundant love, right? It's for sure this Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups is something new and fresh and bold and invigorating with the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups is the older love energy, right? The older love energy, the deeper soul connection here with the Two of Cups. Let's look into the Eight of Wands. Let's look into the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands energy. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. There's something to do here. I think for many of you, this is work related. Because of the Pentacles and with the Eight of Wands. I just feel many of you, this is work related. Now, it could connect in. It could connect in with this relationship that's going on here. And it very well could. And if it does, that's beautiful. It's just like really moving forward in it, staying strong in it, staying in your own lane. But it's done with excitement. It's done with a lot of back and forth and, well, what should I do now? Okay, I'm going over here. And then tomorrow I've got to do this and this and this. And there could just be a lot of transactions going back and forth here. It's positive. It's worth the work. It's worth, and with the Eight of Pentacles, it adds a lot of strength to it. Adds a lot of reasons to do it. There are a lot of reasons to do it. There are a lot of reasons to stay focused. All right. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's like, man, I would like to go into that parlor. This person likes tattoos. This is something I used to say all the time. This person likes tattoos. And here she is walking by this tattoo parlor. I can get this to focus. Walking by this tattoo parlor. And here she is like, I'd love to go in there and see what they're doing. But she's not. She's avoiding the temptation. She's saying no to distraction and staying in her lane because there's something to be done here. This is a group of people that are in it to win it. And by the end of next week, they are smooth operators. They're smooth operators. Let's go into the Seven of Swords and see what is going on here with these changes that are being made. See if there's any energy left in here. Nine of Wands. It's something that you've learned through your walk. It's something you've learned through your own experiences, and it's something that you don't want to do anymore. Something that you don't want to do anymore, like reduction of work, reduction of manual. It's like creating ease. There's a lot of tools that bring in ease and efficiency, and really, it's like Nine of Wands. You're tired. You're looking for an easier way. It's almost like you realize you might have to stay in this kind of working energy. You might have to stay in this busy energy for a while. And you might want to stay in this busy energy for a while, right? Maybe you have something that's really blossoming here and you have some work to do and you're like, okay, I'm going to have to free up some time. I'm going to have to make some time because I've got this thing going on over here. What can I do? Is there an application that can take care of some of this for me? Is there an organizing software? Do I need to hire some sort of service to come in and help me with cleaning? Do I need to purchase my meals differently? What are some of the things I can do to help be more efficient with my time and help me with my weary body because I'm tired? How am I going to fit all of this in? And all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, let's see here. What do I have in my back pocket? Star energy. What do I have in my back pocket? What do I know how I do? What are the things I do well? What are the things that are hard for me? You know, what can I do efficiently? What are the stumbles? What are the problem areas? And how do I eliminate those problems by using a tool, or maybe someone else can do that part. You know, whatever you're doing here, this is like looking at Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, like looking at the situation and being able to see clearly like someone else would, you know? Like I have a son who's like, Mom, if you just do this, you'd be fine. I'd be like, what? What do you mean? Do that? You know, and it's almost like it's like you're not going to need that kind of, you know, if it's me, I would say I'm not going to need that kind of interaction right now because I'm able to do that myself. And that's Capricorn. That's really how I'm feeling. Like you're really able to look at these things yourself. You're really at a point now, Capricorn, where you don't need anyone to really critique you. You're strong enough and you're logical enough that you can really look at these things yourself and know already yourself what you like, what you don't like, what's going wrong, what's working well. You know all this stuff already, and you're ready to make some changes. And I think that you start making some changes at the end of next week. Seven of Swords, like it's happening. There's some little things you're doing, maybe with cooking, maybe with cleaning, maybe with, I don't know, grocery shopping, just maybe even some basic things. It's like car repair, just basic things. Okay, maybe it's getting, you know, taking care of, I don't want to keep doing these maybe things, but maybe it's like the dentist. Who likes going to the dentist? I hate it. But if I have an appointment scheduled, I usually go, right? So the point for me is go and get an appointment scheduled and I'm set for a long time. But once that appointment gets off the books and I forget about it, it takes a lot of effort to get that appointment back on the calendar for some reason. So this is just working with the shadow, working with the human psyche, and you guys are at a point where you can really merge into that really well. Capricorn, I am going to move to the extended reading now. In the extended reading, we're going to take this reading and move it forward. I'm also going to pull cards for money and pull cards for love. So that's what we're doing at the extended. If you connected in with this reading, feel free to move to the extended. And then for the rest of you, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to read for you, Capricorn. I'm feeling like my old self. Look, I added to my table. I'm feeling like my old self again and coming back to normal. So I'm so happy to be here, and I'm glad you are here too. Especially those of you that are still here listening to me blabber on. All right, my friends, stay healthy, stay well, and don't get sick. And I will see you back here for another reading next week. Thank you, Capricorn.